Progressive Skills in English, Level 1 Coursebook.
Episode 4. Welcome all. Let's learn how to choose the correct tense for each part of a talk. You must choose a suitable tense for what you're going to say. We talk about general facts, which are true now with the present simple. Not just general facts. We can also speak about daily routine, habits, using the present tense. I'll give you more examples about them. A. There are 4 kinds of school in Britain. B. Children go to primary school at 4 or 5. C. Secondary school lasts for 5 years. Children do not take exams at the end of primary school. We talk about events in the past with the past simple. And when we say events in the past, that means the event is finished with any effect of it. There is no present effect of what have been finished. For example, I was good at primary school. I started primary school at the age of 5. I didn't take the 11 plus exams. Now let's learn how to make general statements. Read the facts below that will appear on the screen about education system in Britain, then give general fact about the education system in your country. 1. Britain has 4 kinds of school. My country has 3 kinds of school. 2. They are nursery, primary, secondary, and sixth form. In my country, we have nursery, primary, preparatory, and secondary. 3. Many British children start school at 4 or 5. Children in my country start school at 4 or 5. Education is compulsory up to the age of 16. In my country, education is obligatory till the age of 15 or 16. Pupils can leave school at 16. In my country, pupils can leave school at 16 as well. Many pupils go on sixth form. In my country, pupils go to secondary school before university. There are exams called A-level at the age of 18. In my country, students join university just after secondary school. 8. 50% of pupils go to university. In my country, most of pupils go to university. Now, let's make negative general statements. Before I talk about how we make negative general statements, we do not negate using the verb. We need an auxiliary. Can you guess what auxiliary verb can fit to the present tense? If it's verb to be, is would be isn't, and are would be aren't. But that if the statement is using verb to be, like, for example, we are students at the Arab Open University. The negative would be the negation of the verb to be. We aren't students in the Open Arab University. If the verb also has S for a second personal, we negate it using doesn't. But if it doesn't have S, we negate it using don't. So let's check together the following statements and how we can negate them. Make negative general sentences and ask questions as well. Children take exams at 16. Children don't take exams at 16. We have many types of school. We don't have many types of school. children start school at 5. Children do not start school at 5. Secondary school lasts for 6 years. Secondary school does not last for 6 years. The school day ends at 4 p.m. The school day does not end at 6 p.m. Some children go to nursery school before primary school. Some children do not go to nursery school before primary school. Now, let's see questions on the same previous sentences that we negated. Yes or no questions. Do children take exams at 16? Do you have many types of school? Do children start school at 5? Does secondary school last for 6 years? Does the school day end at 4 p.m.? Do some children go to nursery before primary school? After yes or no questions that we use auxiliary to start the question with, we move to the WH questions. Also, we still need the auxiliary form do and does. Check with me the following questions. WH questions. What? When? Where? How long? How many? 1. When do children take exams? 2. What do we have of school types? 3. When do children start school? 4. How long does secondary school last? 5. When does the school day end? 6. Where do some children go before primary school? Now, let's go to the past tense again. A quick reminder, a past tense is an action that has ended in the past with any kind of effect to the present time. So the action happened and finished. So, first, complete the following statements with was or were. A. My father was a teacher. B. He was head of department in secondary school. C. My parents were at the same school as children. D. I was often late for school. E. My brothers were good at sports. F. They were not good at math. Now, as we have practiced making statement using was and were in the past tense, it's time to make sentences and questions in the past. 1. Many British children start school at 4 or 5. I started school at 4. When did you start school? 2. Many British children like their first school. I liked my first school. Did you like your first school? 3. Pupils take exams at 16. I took exams at 16. When did you take your first exams? 4. Many people don't like doing exams. I didn't like doing exams. Did you like doing exams? 5. Some pupils leave school at 16. One of my friends left school at 16. Did you leave school at 16? 6. Most of people stay at school to the age of 18. I stayed at school till 16. When did you finish your school? As you have seen, we use did as an auxiliary. We use did with WH questions. And also sometimes we use was and were if the statement was built upon verb to be. Now let's go to forming past tense. Check the table, please. A verb changes in the past by adding ed if it was a regular verb. Start, started. Like, liked. Want, wanted. Open, opened. Listen, listened. Call, called. Last, lasted. Finish, finished. Stay, stayed. Try, tried. Treat, treated. Marry, married.
Now welcome to episode 4. As you finished with Rinda, the main points in our episode, let's go now to more exercise with Sarah. We are talking about the sentence pattern. The sentence pattern in English is like that: subject, verb, and object. John is playing tennis. So John is the subject. Is playing the verb, and tennis is the object. The subject can be a name like John, a pronoun like he is playing tennis now, or the boy is like, the boy is playing tennis. This is a noun. The verb is playing. Here we have two components of the verb. We have the helping verb here, which is verb to be, and we have the main verb, which is playing. Then we have the object. We can also have a predicate, which is not an object. Like, for example, he is happy. He, the pronoun, which is the subject, is the main verb here, and happy, which is a predicate, which is an adjective. Let's see page 14 in our book, and let's see the sentence pattern that he's talking about. In English, there are two kinds of verbs: verb to be and other verbs. Underline the parts of be in the box below. Can we read all of them together? Yes. Is, begin, aren't, weren't, started, didn't buy, was and took. Can you select for me the verb to be? Is, right? Then aren't, verb to be in negative. Then weren't, verb to be again. Yes. Aren't, verb to be in negative, but it is present. Weren't, verb to be in negative, but it is past. Was, verb to be affirmative in the past. Okay? Now, let's circle the verbs in the box below. Here, you have to be able to differentiate between the verb and the noun. Exams. Is it a verb or a noun? Exams is a noun. Lasts. This is a verb. Schools. This is a noun. Liked. This is a verb. Thank you. Stays, a verb. Kept. Yes, it's the past of keep, a verb. Sat, a verb. The past of sit. Sixth. Is it a verb? No, thank you. It's an adjective. And we call it an ordinal. Article, a noun. Socializes, a verb. Thank you. Now let's go to the third part of this question, and let's complete the table below with words from the box. Can you see the box? It has at, begin, in, is, and many. So secondary school and compulsory. Secondary school is compulsory. Here, many children begin school. If I want to complete the sentence to be a longer one, it would be secondary school is compulsory in most countries. Many children begin school at 5. Thank you for this part.